sister, can you hear that? Our heartbeat cutting through the ether. Star drifters, can you feel that? One love can make us all believers. A generation of renegades, we don't have to stay alone. So brother, sister, can you see our light guide us home?
Hey guys, what's up? So I wanted to kind of have the first, talk or tips or whatever to share with you guys with my series pertaining to supplements, just because that's probably one of the most asked questions I get. And so before I get to talking about it, I want to put a huge disclaimer on this conversation. First and foremost, I do not believe that supplements are required in a diet. That's just what they are, a supplement. It is supposed to supplement your diet and not be like the foundation of it whatsoever. So that is my disclaimer. The second thing that I really want to make sure you understand is that I'm not promoting any specific brands, and I'm not going to go into any dose amount and things like that. That's for another day and time, and I actually will only do that with my one-on-one clients, because when it comes to dosage, timing when you take it, and if you actually need it, it's very individualized. And so yeah, those are my two disclaimers. One, a supplement, any kind of supplement, is not necessary in a diet in order to reach your goals. And two, I'm not promoting any specific brands and or telling you what kind of dosage that I use or that you should use. So with that, let's dive in. The first category are my everyday supplement, maybe supplements and things like that people who don't have my lifestyle, like the lifting and being super active, these aren't necessary for that kind of lifestyle. These three supplements I'm about to go over are actually really good for anyone to take that's looking to to supplement their diet, obviously, like I just said earlier. So the first one, I actually don't have my bottle because I ran out. So my first and foremost supplement that I take every day is a multivitamin. And so when it comes to taking a multivitamin, that's pretty much the basic one. Everyone really knows about a multivitamin. It's very popular. And the reason that I like to take a multivitamin is because although my diet, I would consider my diet very nutrient dense, meaning I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of food that contains lots of different nutrients in it. So I eat a variety of food for the most part. But there are some foods that I don't eat very often or at all for various reasons, such as, I don't digest them well, or, I really don't like them, things like that. And so because of that, I take a multivitamin to fill in the gaps. And so I know that every food that I eat or whatever I eat throughout the day is probably not hitting every single vitamin and mineral need that I need. And so that's why I go to my multivitamin. And so that's pretty much why I do it. It just literally fills in the gaps of what I miss throughout the day. So yeah, I definitely recommend that, especially if you don't think that you eat 5 to 7 servings of vegetables a day, if you don't eat fruits, or maybe you're allergic to certain things, dairy, things like that, on your basis, then I would consider looking into supplementing with a multivitamin, just because you probably are missing out on some key nutrients that you do need. Second supplement that I think is really good for all around health is a fish oil, omega-3 fish oil. And so these come in, there's tons of brands, there's tons of, like I said, dosages, things like that. I'm not getting into that. I just want to tell you why I take it. So everyone knows fish oil is an omega-3, omega-6 complex. It's got a lot of healthy fats. And so if you are someone who doesn't eat fish regularly, doesn't eat a lot of omega-6, omega-3 foods such as avocados, nuts, things like that, again, due to allergies or just dislikes, I would recommend taking fish oil. And that is solely to get those healthy fats in your diet regularly. And so for me, I don't have a problem getting those sources of fat from food. However, I do like to supplement just because I don't eat every single one of those every single day, and I don't know that I eat them in the amounts that I need all the time. And so I like to supplement with fish oil. Another thing is, and I'm sure everyone has heard this, fish oil frequently gets associated with heart health. So it helps reduce and prevent heart disease and all these other heart conditions. And so the reason I take it is high blood pressure runs in my family, high cholesterol runs in my family. And so I'm not only just taking this to make sure it's in my, I'm getting enough on a daily basis, but I'm doing it to prevent any chronic conditions that I want to make sure I'm doing all that I can to prevent that from happening in the future. So then the third supplement that I take on a daily basis, and I actually have just started taking this consistently in the last, I would say 8 months, is a probiotic. And again, this is just one of many brands. There are tons of brands. There are refrigerated ones, there are shelf-stable ones, there are specific, bacterial strains that, you can buy separately. But in general, I take a probiotic for digestion and for gut health. And I personally have seen a huge improvement in my digestion since taking the probiotics, and that's why I've kind of stuck with it. So like I said earlier, I do believe that my diet is pretty nutrient dense. I eat a good variety of vegetables. However, there are some vegetables that I don't digest well, or my body just doesn't handle very well. And not to say I can't eat it, I just can't eat a lot of it. So as you guys know, I meal prep for the entire week. And so whatever vegetable of choice is that week, I'm usually eating it 2 times a day. And so with certain vegetables, I can't always eat it 2 to 3 times a day. And those two are mostly broccoli and Brussels sprouts. So any cruciferous vegetable like that does seem to give some people issues. The probiotic helps my body just further break that down during the digestion process. And so I have definitely seen a benefit in probiotic. And again, it's not needed. If you feel like your digestive system is working fine and you've never had any issues before, then I don't see that it's necessary. But for me personally, it's what I use every day. So the second group of supplements that I would, consider being an everyday thing for me would be when it comes to my training and my recovery. So I'm very minimal when it comes to what I take for training. As you know, I do use protein powder regularly. I don't consider that a supplement just because I consider that a source of protein. It is technically a supplement, but in my eyes, I don't view my protein powder as a supplement. It's just another portion of my meal. And so the only thing that I will take as far as training and recovery is concerned are, on occasion, if I have them, are BCAAs, which are branched chain amino acids. And those are 3 specific amino acids that your body really, really, really likes to use for muscle recovery. And so if I have some, I will take them. One thing that I do take regularly after a workout is glutamine. So glutamine is another amino acid. It's a single amino acid. And it does 2 things from what I've found as far as research is concerned. So it helps speed up the recovery of your muscles, but it not only makes you, feel better faster, so not prolonging that muscle soreness, but it also helps you build muscle tissue more easily over time. And so I've been using this for a while. I just use it by itself, just plain glutamine. And so that is first and foremost for training. And then another reason I think it's actually really beneficial right now during my cutting phase is because for my cardio, I'm doing a lot of HIIT workouts. If you're not familiar with HIIT, it's a high intensity interval training. And I do that as far as my cardio is concerned. And so when you put your body under that kind of stress, so high intensity training, whether it's strength training or cardio, your immune system kind of takes a hit. And so, with this constant type of training, I'm doing HIIT 3 times a week, and so it's pretty consistent throughout my week. When I'm doing that, and I'm doing this for 8 weeks, over a long period of time, this puts a lot of demand on your body, and in results of that, it will reduce and lower your immune system. And so there's not a lot of research that has shown this, but there is some suggesting that supplementing with glutamine after an intense workout can actually enhance the ability of your immune system to work better and to deal with the stress of the workout a little bit better. So that's always a perk, but my primary purpose for using it is for the faster recovery, since I am training 5 to 6 days a week with 3 HIIT days after my workouts, and so muscle soreness is a very real thing at this point. And by helping my, the day after my workout go better, it's a lot easier to get through a workout when you're not sore. So that is really my only supplement I use for training. And so lastly, I don't know how long any of you have been following me, but I have been talking on my blog for a little while, and I was explaining it that over the past year, my body has gone through a pretty rough time as far as my thyroid is concerned. I started working with a specialist back in September regarding my thyroid and its health, and he has helped me tremendously just through diet and natural supplementation. I have not gone on any prescription medicine or anything like that, and I don't plan to, because my thyroid's working well now, thanks to him. And so, in response to that, I am still keeping an eye on my thyroid and supplementing with a few things, especially during this cutting phase, to really make sure my thyroid stays healthy and stays active, and my blood work is staying within the ranges it's supposed to be. So the first thing that I take, and this is just it's called Thyroid Pro, but it's just a thyroid supplement, and it really is just helping improve the function of my thyroid while I'm in a deficit. So pretty much, in easy terms, it's taking the stress off of my thyroid while I'm cutting. So that's that. And then the other 2 things that I do for my thyroid, I take these in conjunction with each other twice a day, usually at breakfast and at dinner, but iodine and L-tyrosine. So L-tyrosine is another amino acid. Iodine obviously is a mineral. And so the benefit of these 2 together is that your thyroid produces what's called T3 and T4. In order for your thyroid to produce those 2 T3s and T4s, iodine and tyrosine have to be present in your body in order for your thyroid to produce T3 and T4. So if you are deficient in either of these or both of these, then your thyroid's not going to work as well as it should. And so because of my history with the thyroid issues, I keep those 2 in there. And so that's pretty much all I take, guys. Again, it's very simple. Nothing really crazy. I'm not taking a handful of pills every morning, and I don't plan to, because I really, really aim to get the majority of my nutrients through my diet.